Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today we are diving into a fascinating world of borrowed words. Did you know that many words we use in English are actually originated from French and vice versa as well? Let's explore some of the common ones. So, as mentioned, today's topic will be French to English borrowed words. First of all, we have to look at what are borrowed words. What do they mean? So borrowed words, also known as loan words, are words that one language adopts from another. So this can happen through various means, such as the first one, we have trade and commerce. So what is the meaning of that? What is trade? What is commerce? What has that got to do with language? So when countries engage in trade, they often exchange goods and also ideas, which leads to adoption of new words. Second of all, we have colonization and conquest. When one country conquers another, the language of the conqueror may influence the language of the conquered people. So very similarly, of course, we know that some countries, they speak English, but they also speak another language. Why? Because the conquerors might have been someone from that particular country. Next, this could also be from cultural exchange through travel, media, and other forms of cultural exchange. Words can be borrowed from one language to another. For example, when we talk about food, so many Japanese kind of cuisine, Korean kind of cuisine that we actually use their language to talk about. Sushi, for example, we do not change it into an English word. It remains as sushi. So that is a Japanese word. And language contact will be the last point that I'm talking about for borrowed words. Introduction. Now, language contact means when a speaker or speakers of different languages come into contact with one another, they may borrow words to fill gaps in their vocabulary or to express new concepts. Alright, now borrowed words can have a significant impact on the development of a language, adding new vocabulary, changing pronunciation, and even influencing grammatical structures. So, let's take a look at a few common French words to English. Alright, so here we have à la carte. This means according to the menu. We also have entrée, which is the main course of a meal. We have dessert or dessert, a sweet course served after the main course. Chef, obviously a professional cook. Menu or menu, a list of food items available. Couture, high fashion clothing. Boutique, a small shop that specializes in a particular type of merchandise. Lingerie or lingerie, undergarments for a woman. Ballet or ballet, a form of dance that is characterized by grace and precision. And the last one, rendezvous, a meeting or an appointment. So of course, these are all borrowed words. So technically, are we supposed to pronounce it in our own English way? Technically, no. You are supposed to pronounce it as is, which is in French. So it's à la carte, entrée, dessert, chef, menu, not menu, menu, couture, boutique, lingerie, ballet, rendezvous. Alright, now let's move to English words that are commonly used in the French language. So we have jogging, babysitter, walkman, sandwich, cocktail, hot dog, hamburger, jeans, pullover, camping, selfie, and app. Now, of course, English pronunciation is a little bit different. However, the French do have a special way of pronouncing it due to their accent. So they would say jogging, babysitter, Walkman, sandwich instead of sandwich, cocktail, hot dog instead of hot dog, hamburger, jeans is pronounced the same, pullover, camping instead of camping, selfie, and up instead of app. They say up. Okay, now let's look into a few interesting fun facts when it comes to borrowed words from English, French, and so on. There are other languages too. So the first fun fact for today would be the word sandwich is actually named after the fourth Earl of Sandwich, and he was known for eating meat between two slices of bread while playing cards. So that's how the word sandwich came up, because his name was 4th Earl of Sandwich. What a weird name. Moving on, we have the French word Robo. So this comes from the word robota, which means forced labor. It was first used in a play by Karel Capek in 1920. So, moving on, the word hamburger was initially considered a luxury item in France. It was often served in upscale restaurants and was not as widely available as it is today. Meaning, before this, you could only find hamburgers in really, really high-end restaurants. You couldn't find it in normal shops. But now, I'm pretty sure hamburgers are a very common food these days. Moving on, we are going to look at commonly mispronounced French borrowed words. The first one and the most famous one that we have here would be rendezvous. It's not rendezvous, no. Rendezvous, not rendezvous. Rendezvous. For an example, I'm heading to my doctor's rendezvous at 3 p.m. So this would mean a planned meeting or appointment that you have with someone. Alright, rendezvous. Next, déjà vu. Not déjà vu, but déjà vu. So, déjà vu meaning it's when something happens and you have this feeling where it already happened before. So an example would be, I had a strange sense of déjà vu when I walked into that room. So not déjà vu, it's déjà vu. Déjà vu. Next. Cliché. So not cliché, no. Cliché. Cliché. Her jokes were so cliché, it was painful to listen to. Now, cliché is when someone is trying to be funny or humorous, but instead they are just rude or they turn out to be very annoying. Cliché. And the last one for today would be faux pas. Faux pas. So not faux pas, but faux pas. Now, faux pas is making a blunder or a mistake in front of a lot of people, which is like a very embarrassing thing. Alright? So making a faux pas at a dinner party was embarrassing. Alright? Now we've come to our last part of the video for today. Of course, as usual, we will end it with a little quiz. So let's go. Let's go for the quiz time now. So, for each quiz, each questions, you will have about 15 seconds and the answer will pop out at the end. So, don't scroll, try it and then let me know in the comments how you did. Let's go. Question number 1. Which of these words is not a French loan word in English? Yes, D. Perfect. Let's move on to the next one. What is the French word for weekend? What is the French word for weekend? Weekend. Yes. Now, you can still say fin de semaine, but it is usually said by Canadians, so Canadian speaking French, not Paris speaking French people. They always say weekend. Moving on. The French word cliché is derived from which English word? Cliché? Correct. Perfect. Moving on. What does the French term rendezvous refers to? Yes, a planned appointment or meeting. Perfect. What does the French term déjà vu mean? Already seen. Perfect. 6. How can you avoid making faux pas? All of the above. You have to be aware of your cultural differences, you have to practice good manners, and also be very mindful of your surroundings. Moving on, question numéro 7. Café, which language? Yeah, French, correct. Bravo. 8. Which of these words is a French loan word in English? Faux pas. Good. What does the French word term faux pas mean in English? Yes, a social blunder or a mistake. And we have come to the last question of the day. What is the meaning of the term borrowed words? Yes, words that are adopted from another language. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Please do let us know in the comment how did you do for the quiz. And don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can watch our daily, weekly videos that we post on our YouTube channel and learn French with us. Merci beaucoup et bonne journée. Au revoir.